Hi guys, and welcome back to Beauty Fortified, and today I wanted to share with you a very festive green shimmery eyeshadow look. And this was inspired by a palette that I recently picked up, and it's from Essence. It's called Dancing Green. They have a range out. I think there are 3 or 4 other palettes in this range, and I happened upon this in store on a whim, and we're not allowed to swatch anything in store for obvious reasons, but I did sneak open the lid and I saw these beautiful shades. So of course I didn't hold out much hope for the pigmentation or how they would swatch, but because this was such good value, I thought I would pick it up anyway and I would give it a try. And I have to tell you that I have been absolutely blown away by these eyeshadows. They're really festive, they're really fun, a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of green just to mix things up a bit. So I thought I would do a look today using the palette. And if you want to see how I achieved this look, keep on watching. I've done the one eye just to save a little bit of time. And before I get onto the application of the other eye, I just want to take you through the packaging and show you some swatches. So it comes in some very rudimentary packaging, but it does have a really generous size mirror. And then you have got the 6 eyeshadow shades. Now there are 3 mattes and 3 shimmers. So I have swatched them and hopefully you're going to be able to pick those up. So the swatch at the top is the light cream matte highlighter. Then there's a kind of greeny gold shade. Then there's what I call the star of the show, and it's a beautiful metallic green. Then there's a kind of cool browny green shade, followed by a deep forest green shade, and then there's a silver kind of metallic shade. So they really are all absolutely beautiful. Now onto the application. There is a little bit of fallout with this palette, I'm just warning you, so I haven't done my foundation. I'm going to have to do that afterwards. So I'm going to be starting off with the beautiful metallic green, and I am taking a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to dip that into the green, and I'm going to gently pat it onto my mobile lid. And I'm just going to lift the lid slightly because I do have hooded lids, and so it does help just to apply this. But I'm using the eyeshadow dry, I haven't even wet it, and already it's giving me a really beautiful color payoff. So I really love that, and I have, as I have said already, been really surprised by the quality of this eyeshadow. I really didn't hold out much hope for it, to be honest, but I really think that it has delivered. I'm now going to take the greeny kind of brown shade. It is more brown, but it does have a hint of green in it. I'm going to take a little bit of that on a crease brush, and I'm just going to start defining the crease. Now this particular shade you need to be quite careful with because it is quite patchy. So I've just taken a bit on my brush. I'm just going to tap off the excess, and now I'm just going to gently start applying that very lightly. I can't go too dark with this because, as I say, it does get a little bit patchy. So I'm just kind of patting it onto the crease and onto the upper lid, just to give a hint of definition there. Then I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that out as much as possible. So it's just giving me a very light hint of color. I don't want to go too dark with this because it is a little bit tricky to blend out, but it has given me just enough definition. And now I'm going to take another flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to be going in with that kind of forest green color, and I'm going to use that just to define the outer third of the eye. So I'm going to take a little bit of that on a brush. This shade is quite pigmented. Just taking it on a flat brush, and then I'm just going to slightly raise my brow, and I'm just going to paint it on in a kind of stripe like that, making sure that I've just got a little bit on the upper lid and I'm going to blend that out. So it's just given me a little bit of definition on the upper lid. Taking a fluffy blending brush again, just going to blend that out into the crease color. So it's just giving me a little bit of definition there. And if you go a little bit below your eye, if you find that the eyeshadow is falling out a little bit there, just take a foundation brush, and I just do that. I just clean it up with that. Don't clean it up with a wet wipe, because then you're going to get a very straight line. I might just add a tiny dab more of that, just to enhance the definition. And again, just smoking it out to absolutely nothing. So you just have a hint of color on the outer third. And then I'm going to go in with the same eyeshadow brush that I used with the metallic green. And I'm going to apply this greeny silver. This is a beautiful shade, and I'm going to apply this to the inner third of my eye. It's absolutely lovely. It's not highly pigmented, but it's a shade lighter than the metallic green, and it just gives a lovely bit of extra sparkle. So I'm just patting it on there. And then onto the lower lid, I'm going to be taking a pencil brush, and I'm just going to dab it into that forest green color there, and I'm just going to apply it on the outer 2/3 of the lower lid, just in gentle motions, just to give a hint of definition there. And then I'm going to take the metallic green again, and I'm going to pick up a little bit of this on the pencil brush, also just to pop onto the lower lid, just to give it a little hint of shimmer. So I'm quite happy with that. Before I go ahead and add the mascara, I'm just going to clean up. So there has been quite a bit of fallout from the eyeshadow. I'm just going to take a wet wipe and clean it up a little bit. And then to finish off the eye, I'm going in with L'Oreal Lash Paradise Mascara, and I'm going to add 2 coats of that. So now that I'm done with the eyes, I'm going to apply a little bit of foundation. And today I'm going in with my Loreal Infallible Freshwear 24-hour Freshwear. This is in the shade Sable Sand, 220 Sand. And I'm just going to apply a little bit all over the face, and I will be back to talk about the blush and the lips. I've powdered down as well. Today I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder for normal combination skin. And I've also given myself a little bit of contour using Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is a perennial favorite of mine. I absolutely adore it. And now for cheeks. So today I'm going in with quite a nude cheek. And this one is from Wet n Wild. I picked it up recently. I don't know if it's new to the range. I haven't seen it before. It's called Nudist Story. And it's just a beautiful peach color with the tiniest hint of shimmer. And it really is quite pigmented. I'm going in with a small blush brush. And I really prefer using a smaller blush brush, especially on mature skin, because we do lose volume in our cheeks. And this gives you the ability to apply it with quite a bit of precision if your brush is quite small. And I absolutely love this shade. It's a gorgeous, very wearable, everyday shade with just the tiniest hint of shimmer. And I think it just complements the eyes beautifully. So I really love that. Let me know if you've seen this, if it's new or if it's been around for a while. I mean, I really don't know anymore, because we don't get a lot of stuff here. We don't get all the new stuff in South Africa. So I'm always quite surprised when I see something new. in the Wet n Wild range. Really is lovely. And then to top it off for the lips, I'm going in with quite a neutral lip. This is the Essence Shine Shine Shine. It's just a lip gloss and it's a gorgeous peachy shade. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of that on my lips. And so guys, that is a finished look. What I forgot to mention is that I did use this matte cream shadow just to highlight the brow bone. So all in all, this is a really great palette. It's inexpensive and I've been really impressed with the quality. Apart from the greeny brown shade, which was a little bit patchy, I think that the metallics work really well and the other mattes work really well as well. And I think that you can create quite a few looks with this palette. So let me know if you've tried anything else from the Essence range, any of the ones that come in this packaging. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave your comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe and I will see you next time. Ciao, ciao.